Welcome back to amiibros and amigals to my channel. We have a brand new NintenDIY and I'm so excited because all the materials are down below in the description, including the free printout sheet that you see above. These are 3 different sizes for the different types of bottles that you'll be using in this video. All the bottles that you see will be linked down below in the description so we can get the exact sizes that you need so the printout sheet will actually work. Keep in mind though, the sizes could vary just because we have different printers, and of course I use Photoshop, so there's a lot of variations, but at least you have this printout sheet to work with. So today's NintenDIY will be making, of course, the Animal Crossing New Horizons DIY bottle that you find on the beach. We'll be making 3 variations. One is of course the one that you can use to decorate your home. It is life size. It's really gorgeous to display. The next one I'll be teaching you how to make is of course the one that goes on your cell phone or keys. The last one is the most versatile, and you can use that as a necklace or earrings. Honestly, you can use it as anything you can possibly think of. It's one of my favorite ones. And you can even decide to use these however way you want. You can even print out the life-size ones and actually put DIYs on the back. Or you can even make a card out of the life-sized ones. It's totally up to you. Let me know if you happen to make this NintenDIY or any NintenDIY on my channel. Send me pictures on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. That way I can share it with the rest of the community and I can see how creative you guys can really get. Lastly, before we jump right into this NintenDIY, definitely like this video. Comment down below what other NintenDIYs you'd like to see, and more importantly, subscribe so you guys can see more NintenDIYs, NerDIYs, live streams, and of course more. Thank you so much for the support and enjoy this new NintenDIY. Down below in the description is the free printout sheet. I printed this on my Canon printer. I've linked that also down below, but keep in mind it is super expensive, and this is printed on basically photo paper, which is also very expensive. So if you can find an alternative, please do so. So the first one I'll be teaching you is the life-sized bottle, and this is one of my favorites just because you can display this, and if they are a true Animal Crossing New Horizons fan, when they walk into your home, they'll exactly know where that is from. It's really easy to do. So once you cut it out and you've actually trimmed the corners as well to make them round, it's time to fit the card inside. Again, you can actually write actual DIY in the back if you wanted to, just to make it a lot more fun. And once you're ready to put it inside the bottle, it's time to actually add a small curve to the card because it definitely won't fit through the mouth of the bottle unless you kind of bend it. Please be very, very careful. You're not trying to fold it in half or create a crease. You just want to be able to slide it right in there. For me, I decided to leave the bottle empty just to show you guys how authentic it could be. However, if you wanted to put in seashells or sand or glitter, that is totally up to you. When you are done, you can actually decide to either glue the cork on there or just leave it on there without gluing it. Again, totally up to you. Okay, so when it comes to the keychain, the bottles that I used are the exact ones that I've listed on Amazon. Definitely check out all the links down below. We are getting down to the wire. This is not even the smallest size yet. However, please be very, very careful when you decide to use sharp scissors. If you're not of age, definitely ask your older brother, sister, mom, or dad for any help. When it comes to making NintenDIYs, I've noticed that I just eye it most of the time. So if you're not comfortable eyeing a lot of the projects, definitely use a ruler or the edge of a piece of paper for a straight line. That way these DIYs come out the way you want them to. When you are done cutting, it's time to actually curve the edges. So again, please be very, very careful. So the bottles that I've listed on Amazon do not come in singles, they actually come in bulk. And I thought it would be really fun to give these away on stream or Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So definitely subscribe or follow me on my social media. That way you know when I'll do giveaways. Because I have a ton of NintenDIYs that are just sitting here collecting dust, and I'd rather them go to you guys. So once you've written a small note or even a DIY in the back of this card, it's time to put it inside the bottle. Instead of using my wrist, I decided to use my finger to bend it. Again, you do not want to create a crease. So when it comes to making the keychains or necklaces, you have to glue the cork on there. Otherwise, the stuff that you put in will of course fall out. So what you want to do is grab super glue and put that on the cork or in the mouth of the bottle. At the end of the day, when making about 50 of these, I decided to put it on the cork instead because I've noticed that the super glue would sometimes run onto the card. So keep that in mind. I think the best technique is actually putting it at the bottom of the cork and then slipping the cork on. When it comes to applying pressure and how deep the cork should go in, I would be very, very careful. Do not apply too much pressure so that the cork actually slips inside the bottle. That's happened a couple of times. So you just want to apply pressure enough for the glue to hold. So these eye hooks actually came with the smaller bottles, and I decided to use these eye hooks for the medium size. So keep in mind the medium sized bottles do not come with the eye hooks. However, when the smaller bottles came in with these eye hooks, they were actually so big that I thought these would look better on the medium-sized bottles, and to be honest, they do. I would definitely try to look for smaller eye hooks when trying to apply this to the smaller bottles that are being used for necklaces or earrings. I will try to list as many different options and materials down below in the description. That way you have a various supply of different eye hooks, materials, bottles, glitter, anything that you can think of. It'll be down below in the description. To add more durability, I actually placed super glue at the top where the eye hook meets the cork. That way the eye hook doesn't get pulled out. When it comes to the actual keychain, I had these for a while, so I'll try to list different options for you down below in the description. Again, check out all the links down below after this video. Okay, so the hardest part of this NintenDIY for Animal Crossing New Horizons is of course when you're working with something super small. So when it comes to actually cutting out these cards, if you need to use an X-Acto, please do. But again, when you're using any sharp tools, please be very careful and ask your older brother, sister, mom, or dad to help you out. The bottles that I've used in this video specifically for the necklaces or earrings are super small and they're very cheap. I've listed them down below in the description. They come in a bulk of, I believe, 50. So if you take a look at the free printout sheet down below in the description, it comes with a lot of small Animal Crossing New Horizons DIYs. That's why on the printout sheet, I decided to put a lot just in case if you happen to be making 50 that you can give away to friends and family, especially during this time where I believe it's really nice to pass on any art. Giving away stuff that you've made is so precious, and I know there's a lot of people who need some sort of happiness, and I believe happiness becomes a ripple effect. Definitely if you decide to purchase all 50, which is again super cheap, it's listed down below in the description, give them away to friends and family. So here are a few examples of what you can put inside the bottles. Again, it's totally up to you. This is decorative sand. It's my favorite to use just because it makes sense when it comes to Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you find enough small shells, you can put that inside as well. I have glitter options that'll be down below in the description for you too. I have these small diamonds that I purchased a while back that I decided to use. It's my favorite one because it is jewelry, it glitters, it shines, and it's not too obvious. You can even use bells just because of course Isabelle, she has bells in her hair. The one thing I want you guys to do is make this NintenDIY your own. So be as creative as possible, write on the back of the DIY cards, give them away to friends and family, have fun filling them with things that mean a lot to you. This is your time to be as creative as possible. Again, share this with me if you happen to make it on my social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Do not forget to hashtag it NintenDIY. That way I can see it immediately and share it with the rest of the community. The most tedious part of this NintenDIY is actually fitting that small card inside the small bottle. So take your time, and if you need to use a toothpick or any small object that you have to push it inside the bottle, please do so. Once you like the placement of everything inside the bottle, it's time to glue the cork on there. So again, using super glue, be very careful and apply that to either the mouth of the bottle or the bottom of the cork. Again, do not apply too much pressure that the cork somehow goes through and inside the bottle. Just enough so that the cork stays on there and that the cork doesn't fall off. Once the glue completely dries, it's time to add the eye hook. Again, I used a different set of eye hooks. It's a lot smaller. It comes in silver. I'll list this down below in the description. Personally, I think it looks better just because it's not as big and obnoxious as the gold ones. So again, this will be listed down below in the description. Try your best to put the eye hook directly in the middle of the cork, and then when you're done, go ahead and apply super glue. That way the eye hook doesn't fall out. You are pretty much done and set. All you need to do is decide whether or not you want this to be a keychain, necklace, earring, bracelet. It's all up to you. I'll list all the materials down below in the description so you can make all those different types. I hope you guys had fun with this NintenDIY. Let me know in the bottom what you've decided to fill your bottles with. I've had a lot of various materials in my crafting room just because of different projects over the years, but I'll try to list all of those different materials down below so that you can make your own very special Animal Crossing New Horizons DIY bottles. If you happen to make this NintenDIY, NerdDIY, or any DIY in general, please share it with me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Do not forget to hashtag it NintenDIY. That way I can see it immediately and share it with the rest of the Amiibros and Amigals. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your guys' support. In order to get entered into the giveaways and watch me live on stream, definitely do not forget to hit that subscribe button. That way you're notified and you'll know when I go live. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.